All right, Mark. Well, there are only three things we need.
Right.
Mask.
Yep.
Fins.
Fins.
And a spear gun.
Okay.
And that's about all you're going to need. We'll do a little practice to show you how to use a spear gun.
Perfect.
And we'll go from there. Well, they're basically like a traditional bow and arrow, I guess. It is a Hawaiian sling, what they call a Hawaiian sling.
Right.
It's effectively surgical tubing tied to a piece of balsa wood with a hole drilled in the middle.
Right.
It's like a wrist rocket.
Gotcha.
So we're going to be kids again today, I think. And what you do is you just push the shaft of the spear in. This is a stainless steel 6-foot spear. Put it into the cup, and you literally just pull it back like this, like a bow. Just up to your lips, and wherever you're looking is where you're going to be firing. Try it out.
So I'm left-handed.
That's perfect.
Oops. There you go. See? Grab right a hold like that,
Hold
right?
the rubber as well, exactly. That's it.
Wow. And that's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure.
Speed. Dangerous utility.
You definitely do not want to have anybody in front of you when you're sparing. So much like gun safety, when I was with my son, I taught him, look, always keep the spear away, make sure you know who's in your line of sight, and do all the sort of same things that you would do in a hunter safety course.
Gotcha. And there's actually a barb, too, that goes on here.
Correct.
To stop it from coming back out?
Correct. Once it's penetrated the fish or the lobster, the barb actually holds it in place. Right. And if it's a big fish, you might be swimming 20, 30 feet underwater chasing that spear.
Gotcha.
So it's a challenge.
All right. Well, let's. I'm up for the challenge.
Absolutely.
Let's get wet and see if we can get some lobsters.
Put our dive gear on and go. See you guys later. Well, we got dinner. It's a good 2-pound lobster, and that didn't take long.
Well, Greg, you called me over right away, and you saw that there was a lobster in a quite a deep crevasse.
Correct, yeah. And I happened to see him just so you could see the whip sliding back and forth.
Yeah.
And that's when I called you over. I couldn't believe we already had a lobster 10 minutes from Nassau. And
30 seconds into the first dive.
Exactly.
You know, I've never shot one of these before, so we're in a sandy bottom right here below the boat. Let's go down and kind of take a couple practice shots?
I think that's a great idea, and then we'll see what we can find. That's absolutely right. You almost got that jack, too, which is amazing. Just pull the spear back a little bit further.
Okay.
And I think we're good to go.
I'll do one bar, okay?
Fantastic. I think we're ready to go.
All right. You're not going to believe this. Greg called me over. We went to the surf and he said, there's a monster in there. One of the biggest lobsters he's seen in a long time.
Yep.
And he allowed me to take it. I'm not a hunter, but I'm very proud to be able to say that we are going to eat extremely well tonight. Oh, that's heavy. That's a big boy, huh?
That's a big lobster. That's impressive.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You seem to be pretty darn good at this.
Well,
what, have you been doing it all your life or something?
Have you been curling? No. I've been doing it all my life.
Really? So this is the lifestyle of a Bahamian growing up in the water all the time, just going out and catching your own dinner.
For most Bahamians in the islands, a fresh meal, as long as you've got a spare, mask, flippers.
Greg, as a native Bahamian, I hope you understand how privileged I feel you are to have this as your backyard. 3 beautiful lobsters, 1 monster, and you grew up this way. I can't fathom that. What a way to live.
It really, I'm so appreciative. I mean, I didn't realize it until I got older. I started bringing friends down here, and like you, they just fell in love with the area.
Yeah.
But this was my life growing up. It was 7 weeks at least in the out islands, and you had to spearfish to put food on the table. We had no power, no TV, and no radio.
Right.
So it was a magical way of life, and luckily it continues to this day.
There are still a lot of Bahamians that live this lifestyle, and they're all very accessible. You can come down here to the islands of the Bahamas, get to an out island, we're 10 minutes from Nassau,
yep.
And this spectacular fishery is right here.